My blueprint of creating content for almost a decade in 20 minutes. I promise that after this video, you'll be able to create content in the way that you want it. And not only that, but actually get results. And not only that, but actually do it the right way, the correct way. The way that I'm going to do it, I'm going to give you the story, give you the lesson, then I'm going to also add some secrets of mine. I've been doing content for the past almost a decade now. In fact, I started filming at the age of 8 or 9. I was filming with my Nokia. At the time when I knew what is YouTube, I immediately started filming because it felt like heaven to me. So there is a blueprint that I really follow to throughout all the almost a decade of content creation. I think the first one if let's say the most important actually is knowing who is your audience. So knowing your audience in content creation is absolutely a deal breaker or maker. We're speaking about if your audience, let's say, are young people, probably you want to change the platform. So content creation is creating content, okay, usually in the form of videos, that's what it's known, but also it can be in books, PDFs, also can be in audibles, like podcasts and stuff like that. And it can be in different forms as well. It's like someone makes a YouTube video and he makes it a book and he makes it a podcast and he makes it whatever. But the thing is, that's content creation. Now, what do I mean by know your audience? Your audience also will determine what vehicle you choose. If I have a very young audience that I want to actually target with my content, probably it's better for me to go to TikTok as a platform. Okay? On the other hand, if you want to get a little bit of all, probably you should go to Facebook. If I want to get the Middle Ages, probably you should go to Instagram. If I want to get everyone, probably should go to YouTube. And when I say everyone, it's not like that, but I'm pretty sure YouTube has better targeting than all of them. So old people stay in YouTube, mid people stay in YouTube, and also teenagers, kids also are in YouTube. It's just that the algorithm serves them differently. So the types of videos here also makes it different. And that's why I'm telling that you have to know your audience. If you're going to make videos for 50 years old, you better not edit those videos and not add all the crazy, stuff. Also, even that Mr. Beast says you have every 2 seconds you have to cut whatever. No, it's like you're making for 50 years old. They can't take that. The same goes with kids. Well, kids, it seems like the opposite is also true, although it shouldn't be, obviously. But because in a world of short attention span making, you have to also compete with them. And when you want to compete with them, you have to make very fast-paced YouTube videos, which means every 2 seconds something has to happen. Now, I'm gonna even add more because I think here, this is very important. To know your audience is not only to choose the platform, but really know their wording. It's if I want to really the best audience is you. I've been creating content and almost for all of those years I've been doing for people like me. It just makes the process 10 times more easier because I understand me better than anybody else. If I'm gonna make content for people who love, let's say, who drive cars and I don't have a car, it doesn't make any sense. If I'm gonna make content for fishing and I never went fishing in my life, that doesn't make any sense. Although you see all of these automation channels that popped up in the last few years, really I have seen 1 or 2, 3, probably 5, and I was looking for them to kind of see how is this even working. And I'm not here doubting if it works or not. I'm pretty sure it does work. But also it's one of those things how are you going to maintain? It's if you're gonna do, let's say there's this, people wants to see, this is actually my friend's idea, he was making this. If people wants to see ships, it's shipping or sea ocean ships videos, big ships, cool. Now, how are you going to maintain that? You have never been into a ship, you have never shipped a container, you have never been into ocean, you have never traveled through ocean. It's yeah, I probably can do it for a few months, but I'm not sure if you're going to do it for your entire life, you understand? Of course you're going to force yourself to. You know, a lot of people force themselves to actually work and stuff, but yeah, I don't know about that. So here it's important to know your audience, and more important than that is actually to know yourself. Create content for yourself. Think about it. Like there's this verses from the 4-Hour Workweek. He speaks about it. He says, look, when you want to build a business, start with yourself. Think, what are your interests? Because you know yourself. You have to say, what are the stuff that I'm interested in? Well, I have self-help books, I have college, I have content creation, I have business. Oh, cool. Now think about it. think about where do you spend time most? Well, I spend time on YouTube, basically. That's really, other than that, I'm just working. Oh, cool. Now think about it. People that are in the same position, what will they buy? For you, you're gonna say, what will they watch or consume as content? And really like create that content, because not only you will create for yourself, but also you make it very reasonable, a very reasonable way to actually make stuff work. Cool. I think another very important key hack that everyone should do in terms of content creation is also developing some sort of processes. So if you want to make a video, like what's the process looks like? Are you going to just film the video? Are you going to film then edit? Because people build stories in editing. There's people that build stories in writing. There's people that don't build stories. There's people that build stories in filming. So it depends on who you are and what are your strengths. As an example, Mr. Beast has a team that does most of the stuff for him, but he still has to perform. But early on he didn't do that. So you have to look at your strengths and just be, well, I am a great host, so maybe you want to double down on that and just make your videos are more about that. If you are awesome at editing, it's pretty tough. You have to actually double down on editing, you know? And it's just like that. Just like you double down on your strengths, because that's what makes you special. I heard this quote from one of the greatest people that I always take advices when it comes to content creation, because I know they're successful. It's from one of the most successful teams in the world. And they have this meeting, and it's public, it's a podcast. I watch it every year. And he just said something that really got me interested. So obviously this is a team, have millions of dollars and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they want to get to $1 billion evaluation, $1 billion. But basically number one content creator in the team was hosted in the podcast for the first time. Obviously, I just watch it, like, as I told you, once a year, I take the information, that's it. And he was speaking about content creation. He said, well, right now, you have to have a talent other than content creation to actually even have the chance to make it. Because if you're gonna just make YouTube videos and have nothing special, like what specializes you? Like what makes you different? What's your talent? It's pretty hard to actually make it. And I was like, okay, this is like one of the biggest teams in the world. And also I know they build people like from zero. And also I know that they have so much like statistics, analysis, they have the data to back this up. You understand? So if they're gonna say something, they're not gonna just bullshit others. And really I found it interesting, which is like, this is why I added it here. Is you have to have some sort of talent. It doesn't have to be some football freestyle talent. It just has to be your stuff. It's like whatever you do. It's like you have, well, how old are you? 15? I don't know about that. 20? Probably you've got something. 25? Surely you've got something. Hopefully you got something. 30, 40, I'm not gonna even speak. It's like obviously you've got some shit. Just talk about that. Or not really just talk about it, but just incorporate it a bit with your stuff. It's like, if I'm very good at cooking coffee, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make fucking videos about cooking coffee. Whether that being how to cook, whether that be in the different machines, whether that be in different coffee, whether that be in the history, whether that be in how to create coffee that costs $0.1 and it tastes like the $10 coffee cup. It's like something like that. There's billions of ideas you can make. So yeah, also I've seen this. I've heard this, I've read this in the 4-Hour Work Week, and he speaks about it. He says, the new niche is the old broad. Now you don't want to be broad, you don't want to be a content creator. Like Mr. Beast is a broad content creator, like you just entertain. So when you entertain, if you want to compete with Mr. Beast, it's pretty tough. It's fucking tough, dude. Being honest, like I tried that. It's hard because entertainment is not something that you can control. It's not as if I'm not gonna make content creators for people who love black coffee, but also drink it at 4 a.m. every day. It's like, that's crazy. You're like, oh yeah, probably like easy to compete in that than compete in entertaining, because entertainment is a big industry. Entertainment makes all the YouTube videos, movies. There's a lot of books about entertainment, really shows, TV shows, cinema, all of it, all of it is entertainment. So you're really like competing with all of those. That's tough. That's why it's pretty good to have niche. The more niche you are, the better. Yeah, the really better it is. And that's why I think, that man said that you have to have a talent, because that helps you like way better to actually make a niche. So as an example, the coffee that I'm gonna be talking about coffee all day. If that guy knows how to create, let's say, I don't know, a coffee without cooking, coffee without fire, or I don't know about coffee. I'm just here making examples. I don't even drink coffee, but you got the point. It's like if he knows something, or he has been doing the same thing for years now, he may as well just go do that. You understand? He just speaks about that, shows it to the world. I'm gonna add one thing that I've just noticed 1 month ago. I have no clue how. I actually had a clue about it. I just didn't know what it means. Visuals are very important, especially for platforms like Instagram. I've had this video, and also YouTube. I've had this video that I analyzed. I just found out about it. I uploaded it 3 years ago. It's the number one video that drives me subscribers in relationship to views. Except like another video, but it's short form. The other video is long form. I was like, okay, cool. Like, what? Didn't expect that. So I was looking into the structure of the video. I said, like, what did I do special in this video that makes it like this good? One of them was visuals. Visuals were so good in that video. Like, imagine just one screen of the video. It has the color white, it has the color red, it has the color green, it has the color blue, it has the color like dark blue, like the one that I'm wearing. It was also my clothing. It has my skin, it was pretty good, like with the golden hour, and it has like a good rose color in the background of a garden. So it was the walls of a garden, and it's pretty like also like dark green leaves of the trees. It's very good. Yeah, right. And nothing is edited. I'm telling you, like no colors are edited. And the colors green, red, blue, they were not edited too. And I'm pretty sure it was not saturated as well. It's not like I didn't saturate it in the editing. It was just natural. The colors were awesome. I said, obviously it's gonna fucking do the good, Like, how many videos in almost a decade of me creating content that I create an image that is this appealing? It was the first frame of the video. I said never. I created it once or twice in like the two most videos that drives most subscribers. Yeah, I feel ashamed why I didn't know this like years back, but you got the point. So now I'm sharing it with you for free, dude. But really, these lessons are actually very important. So one of the other stuff that I think are just equally as important is, when you speak about, let's say you speak about content creation with other people. So when you create content with other people, you really realize how, one, you're not special. It's like there's a lot of people that create content. Two, how people actually love other people. It's like I make content with other content creation and get all the hype about it. So talking about this topic, I'm actually gonna add also a secret. Yesterday I was thinking about it. I think every content creator needs people in his videos. You see, like mine right now, I'm gonna make this as an example. Very horrible thing to do. You should never make an example of the stuff that you're doing live, okay? But screw it. It's my show. It's not a show. It's an educational fucking video. Talking about almost a decade of experience. I think if I have in this channel more people with me that film with me, just film with me. There's nothing else. Just film with me, come and go. That's it. I think the channel would do even better. It doesn't matter how much. It's like millions of views, billions of views. It will always do better. Because I just found that also about me. I rarely watch videos of one person speaking, except if he's like good. He's good. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna watch that. But, of course I'm exception. Like, people watch me because I'm good. But like, other than that, it's I have to have more people. Because maybe you're not good, the other one is good, and I like him more. Or the other one is beautiful. It's like maybe, because look, if you don't think that that's not true, it's true. Beauty in content creation is a thing. And we're not talking about gay beauty. We're talking about good image. So you want to make an image that is appealing, however you want to do it, it's your business. You understand? I told you earlier about the visuals. Obviously, if it's ugly, nobody gonna watch it. You understand? Even in that video, I was looking sharp. Like, I had a very good hair back then, very good skin. Like, it was awesome. I was looking good, dude. And the colors were on point. It was a combination of the same color, the same stuff. It's pretty awesome. So here, it's not only shows like the importance of visuals, but also like it's like the to-do and not to-do list. The not to-do list is don't do ugly videos. It's like don't just put some bullshit or film some bullshit area. Because you can do that to build like reliability or shareability so people can relate to that, especially if it's a famous area or your area or whatever. Or it's personal story, obviously that's also true. But other than that, like when you're creating content to actually attract people that you want to make it as appealing as humanly possible so more people can actually consume it. Because, like poor people will consume it because they have no problem with looking at beautiful things. And also people that are used to luxury life, they will consume it because for them that's the standard. It's like, of course you're not going to make some bullshit. And I also my mother also always teaches me this. She's like, you have to like take care of yourself. You have to look good. And I remember she was in hospital about a few months ago. There was this doctor. He was so good. He was socializing. I'm telling you, like butter. Like you have his numbers. Good. Is a great individual. And times and times we speak about him. And he looks gorgeous, dude. I'm telling you. God bless. He takes care of himself. And that's why my mother always takes the chance. She's like, yeah, it just makes all sense. So for you as a content creator, like don't think about it like as content creation as like kids game. Think about it as a program. Like content creation just 20 years ago, it was TV shows. So yeah, of course you have to look good. You understand? Of course the image has to look good. The lighting has to be good. If we're gonna film outside, film into a beautiful area. Luxury area. Yeah, Mr. Beast does that. Like Mr. Beast, like film luxury, not because obviously because it gets views, but because it works. You understand? So if Mr. Beast does that, and it's not something like it's just he started when now he has billions of dollars in his bank account every month. No, he started doing that at a very, very young age. Like he was always filming luxury stuff, even like with all content creator that popped up, even back in the day, and even now. Almost all of them film in luxury spaces, and it's not because it's luxury. No, just because it's more visually appealing, you know. And people love visually appealing things, and so if there is a place that people has spent like 3, 4, 5 years working on, and you're just gonna use that as leverage in your videos, of course you're gonna get that. On the other hand, we have a place that nobody worked on, probably just someone made it done in like 2 weeks or a few days, right? Never went back and looked how it looked like now. Probably that wouldn't do as good, you understand? So really, as I promised, now we have this is really all what you need to create content. And not only create content, but like this is my blueprint. My blueprint of almost a decade of creating content in the last 20 minutes. This is what it is. You don't need anything external. You can do it right now. And not only create content, but you actually continue doing it. And you continue doing it the right way. And what you've seen here, you can never unseen. So you might as well subscribe.